Yo, what it do? It be your boy Trashy, and we back at it again doing some more Pokemon. Like, this gonna be the last episode, though. This gonna be the last episode. In this jump, we gonna be getting to the Elite Four, all of that, etc., etc. This is like a part 3 mini series. So, like, if y'all want to see the rest, go ahead, go to my other jump. But basically, we just gonna get straight into the run. Pretty much what this is Pokemon. This is pretty much a Pokemon run. Mightyana, the Pocheyana. Now the rules and regulations of this challenge is no using hail items inside of battle, no using other Pokemon inside of battle unless it's Mightyana or Poochyena, and no cheats, exploits, or glitches are allowed during this run. Now without a further ado, let's get straight into it, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe on this video because constructive criticism is always welcome. So, to first start off our brand new Pokemon journey on this episode, the first thing I decided to do is show you my Pokemon. Now, my Mightyana, which has God, he's level 54. I feed him a super potion because, he's a little weak and I want him to be at, top points and whatever. I show you guys my badges and I save the game. And then we get started on our Pokemon journey. Now, after looking at the coastline for a little bit, I decided to talk to this Team Rocket Gun because during this time, I didn't actually know, where to go. And after having a staring contest with this guy, which he loses about 3 times, I decided to continue on my Pokemon journey because that nigga didn't have shit for me. So now continuing on our Pokemon journey, the first thing that we decided to do, I think this is the route that leads into Lily Cove City, and I didn't actually fight this trainer because I was scared the last match, but we decided to kill her Pikachu. I get paralyzed from her Pikachu's ability Static. I then opened my bag to find the paralysis heal, which for some reason I couldn't find in the first attempt when it was directly on my screen. But I didn't find the paralysis heal. I healed God, and then we're on our way with another Pokemon journey. We encounter a wild Wingull, but I run away from it because I don't got time for that. And during this part now, when I use my Mirror to surf, it's fainting in my party, by the way. I believe that in the last episode we were actually lost here, so I decided to go down this path, not knowing it would reroute throughout the entire jump. So yeah, we actually get into a double battle here coming up right here, and he has an electric and a louder. So first I use strength on the electric and I end up getting paralyzed, and I use strength after just getting stomped and flinched and over and over again. I finally hit. Then we get into another double battle with the Pelipper, and I use Crunch 2 times and I wipe out his entire team with God. I never knew God would be this powerful. But as we continue down this path, we pass 2 other trainers, and then we find a Pokeball. And continuing longer down this path, we encounter a Bug type trainer with a pencil. We one-shot it with a Crunch, and we keep on moving. So after clearing that entire wave of trainers, we decided to fly back to Lily Cove City on our Tailo. And pretty much what happened here was that I was still actually lost on where to go. So what I decided to do, because at this point I was pretty much looking around and stuff to see who I could talk to, who I could who give me some type of shit, you know what I mean, to be able to get through the jump. But basically what happened was that after talking to this Team Rocket Grunt, pretty much what I did after that was I just started going around the town and started talking to a whole bunch of mass of people to figure out where I could go, because I was lost as fuck. Oh, would you look at that? I just encountered another god. After this run, honestly, I pretty much after this, bro, I really thought that Mightyana was actually the GOAT. He was shit. That nigga was going in. He was tapped in for real. It was crazy. But pretty much what happened was that so during this time I feel okay, cause don't you know in Pokemon Fire Red you had to go inside the Safari Zone to actually get the golden seed so you could give to the man. I think he give you surf or whatever, and that's what I thought I had to do, but I couldn't go inside of it because I didn't have a Pokeblocks case. So a Pokeblocks case, and I didn't have a Pokeblocks case, and pretty much I searched up on YouTube on how to get it. and it basically took me it basically told me that like I had to get it from like this place right here. I think it's like the beauty center or whatever, and like a lady inside this place gives it to you. Yeah. See, I just got it. As you can see, I just got it, and now I was actually able to what you call it, to go back and go back to the safari, which you'll see now. And I entered the safari and stuff like that, and I started looking around for like where I had what I had to do, where I had to do. So actually, what I did have to do, right? So you know, during this time, during me being inside the safari zone, etc., etc., I was like, yo, oh my god, during none here. So I think it's time for me to dip, and that's what I did. I dipped, as you can see right here on the screen. Now, what I also decided to do was take the time, because I didn't know where I was going, to search up on YouTube what was going on, what am I supposed to do, like how am I supposed to do this, etc., 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 etc. And what I actually had to do was what I had to fly on my Talo, I think it's Talalo, right? So I did that, and I actually had to fly to Slatport City, and pretty much what was going on was like a big scene with Team Aqua Grunts, etc., etc., and they had took the submarine to go discover some underwater pilot, not an underwater cavern, right? And that's what they had took to go to the jump. And after I spoke to him, I was supposed to go all the way back to New Marval City and go inside the Team Aqua base, which I did. So pretty much after entering the Team Aqua hideout, I get in a fight with a couple of grunts, and I'm pretty much just like, you know, speed running through all of this. I'm pretty much one-shotting almost all of their Pokemon, etc., etc., etc. So it's not really much of a big deal. But I am running low on PP on my crunch and move, so I decided to like switch it up and start going for Rock Smash and Strength and all the other moves up and above and above and above. So the interesting thing about this fight is that I actually get confused by Zubat, and I'm almost dead, and I was kind of panicking a little bit, but you know, I won the fight, I crushed him, and I pull out my sweet little Hyper Potion and heal God. Then after moving on from that fight, I enter another double battle throughout the Team Morgado. But pretty much like my plan during this was like, I was actually trying to avoid as many encounters as I can and possibly would be able to, so I could just like speed run the entire jump. And the interesting thing about this is that like his little encounter jump came up out the blue off rip. So yeah, but we end up getting into a fight at him. And sadly for him, he hits me with Swagger, and I still hit off the Strength, and I snap out of confusion on the next jump, and then I think I one-shot his Zubat. But then after this, he tells me that, oh my god, the boss has already escaped, etc., etc. So now I got to try to catch up to him, and I end up leaving the Team Rocket hideout, and I go down chasing him after I fight a Tentacle. So going on and on and on and on, I end up getting into a fight with a couple of water trainers along the way. I one-shot both of their Pokemon, well, except for Gyarados. I run out of PP and crunch, and then I finish off the Gyarados for strength. So after doing all of this, we end up at the new city with the 2 psychic types. I forgot what it's called, but we end up here. And continuing with, oh, it's Mars Deep City. We end up at Mars Deep City, and continuing forward, the first thing that I actually decided to do when I first end up on this Mars Deep City is I go into the Pokemon Center. And then I go smack into that gym because I'm not wasting no time. Now this gym actually did really enjoy the puzzle of this gym, because I really did enjoy it. But like as you can see, like since I went back into the Pokemon Center, like my Maru was already it came back to life. It came back to life pretty much. It came back to life. And what I decided to do with that was just spam defense curl, so like it wouldn't actually do any significant damage to any other Pokemon. So that's what I decided to do. We enter another double battle, and I think my Mario is still alive, so I just spam double battle the defense curl on this as well, just so it doesn't attack anything at all. And I just spam crunch because it's super effective against psychic type Pokemon. And yeah, we move on from this double battle and go on to the next. So going on to the next double battle, pretty much I did the same thing where I think I used Steel Wipe. So yeah, I switched it up, and I start to use Tackle on my Mightyana, So yeah, I one shot the Wobbuffet because I was not fucking around with that nigga. That nigga could like literally wipe my entire team, and I'm not having it. I'm not having it. But then I decided to like, I just wiped the entire team. And I think this puzzle right here, like coming up on the end of this battle, this puzzle actually did get a little confusing, I believe, because like it was actually extremely, it was kind of hard. It was a little hard. I'm not gonna lie to you, it was a little hard. It was a little hard. But my reel ends up evolving to a Azumarill, damn, but so after wasting a useless amount of time on those puzzles, pretty much what I wanted to do here was I wanted all my Pokemon to like, I wanted these Pokemon to die. So when I actually hop into the battle, I didn't want it to seem like, that I was actually using them. So I killed them all first, and then I just like literally wiped their entire, like I wiped their entire team with one Pokemon, with Mightyana, and that's that. I literally just wiped their entire team. I got put to sleep. I was spamming strength. I didn't have any more crunches, so I just had to spam strength the whole match, and I ended up coming out victorious, as you can see here. But like, damn, like this was really like a stalling match. It was actually like extremely stall heavy though. Like, do you see those hyper potions? Like, I just want you to die. It's not that deep. It's not that deep. It's not that deep. Just die. Just die. Just die. Die. Damn. Taking a whole minute. But after we do that, I think pretty much what we had to do after this was we actually had to go back, right? We had to go to Steven's house, and we had to get Dive, so then we could chase whatchamacallit. Oh, we had to see the team Magma Grunts and all of that. And then but we also had to end up chasing Team Aqua. We had to end up chasing Team Aqua to get to whatchamacallit, so we could get so we can beat them to pretty much I think it's the Origins Cave, so they wouldn't revive Kyogre and all of that. And that's pretty much what we did. Well, actually, before we even did decide to do all of that, the first thing that we actually had to do was, I think we had to go to the Space Center, right? And we had to help Steven defeat the Team Magma Grunts, and like we just like literally we just rushed straight through. We rushed through all of the Magma Grunts, and pretty much like I will say that I carried this fight on me. I think I carried on me. I don't know what y'all want to say, but I carried this match. I carried. So then after doing all of that, after fighting Team Rocket at the Space Center, not Team Rocket, after fighting Team Magma at the Space Center, what I had to do, I had to go all the way back to Steven's house. I had to get Dive. I had to get the HM Dive, right? So I can end up at Stuopolis City. The door was closed for the gym. So I was like, okay, maybe I just gotta go somewhere else. And I believe I had to go to the Cave of Origin. I believe that's where I had to go. Whew. And so I was wrong. I actually didn't have to go to the Cave of Origin. Actually, what I did need to do was actually leave Slatport. So I think it's Slatport City. I had to leave Slatport City and go see Team Aqua in the underwater cavern, I believe, where they're going to summon Kyogre. Now, immediately after entering the seafloor cavern, we end up getting into a fight with one Team Aqua Grunt, and then we got to traverse the puzzles within the cavern as well. Then after finishing those different puzzles, we ended up getting into another fight with I think this was supposed to be a double battle. I only had one Pokemon, so yeah, as I see, I'm on 40 HP during this fight, and I actually lose this fight, but I then come back and take the dub. So still inside the sea form cavern, this is actually a very exclusive puzzle. Now I was here for a good minute trying to figure this one out, but I did eventually achieve in trying to figure out how the puzzle works and all of that, etc, etc. Now then, after we finish this puzzle, we have to fight Archie. We get into a battle with Archie. He sends out a Mightyana, and I use strength on him. He hits me with a swagger. I hit myself in confusion, and I kill him with a single strength with, I think it's like a Sharpie Rose Power Strength, whatever. Yeah. But then I kill his his Crobat with 2 crunches and his Sharpedo with 2 rock smashes, I believe. We wake his Kyogre, and shit just go downhill from here. After this, pretty much what happens is that Archie comes and we fly to Stupidest City. And then Kyogre and Groudon, they just get into a fight off rip right here. And then like they just boxing for real. They just going in. Now pretty much what we have to do here is that we actually have to swim past these two in such an amazing battle. Like it kind of does look like Kyogre is actually going to lose this fight. But hey, it is what it is. Now pretty much what I believe we have to do is that now we go to the Cave of Origin, because Steven's right here and he's going to take us back to the Cave of Origin, and then he will be telling us that we have to go to the Sky Pillar to get Rayquaza to calm down all of this nonsense. Now pretty much during like this part, as you can see, I get into a lot of trainer fights and battles as well, etc, etc, etc. Now what I actually do have to do, because one thing that you actually have to remember is that I had to switch my Acro Bike for my Matcha Break, I think, my Maka Break, because like the puzzles inside the Sky Pillar, you need the Maka Bike for pretty much, as you will see coming up into like, you know, literally inside the thing. But hey, while you're here, you can catch a free Sableye. Now coming upon the top of the tower, right? Pretty much what's happening here is that we have to awaken Rayquaza so that, you know, Kyogre and Groudon will stop fighting, as you will see shortly. So now that all of that is finally over, pretty much what's going on now is like pretty much the aftermath, and now we can actually finally get the last badge of the game, so we can actually move forward and progress within it, which is the rain badge. So pretty much on my first attempt, yes, I do fail, but to turn that up, we first one shot this one trainer. We just like run through like both of these trainers on this bottom floor, and then we come back and we ace this one off rip. Now after sitting here and thinking of the route that I'm about to take, I just hop straight into that jump because I don't care about none of that. So first I go up, then I go up again, then I go down, then I go up again, then I go up. Aced it! Off rip. Now this one actually had to take me a little bit more deciding, you know, a little bit more thinking. But you know, at the end of the day, I still win in that jump. And guess what? Just wait. Just wait. Just wait. Just wait on me. Just wait. Watch this. Watch this. Watch this. Watch this. Please don't fall. Don't fall, please. Please don't fall. Please don't fall. Off rip, nasty. Stop playing with me. But then we hop straight into the battle with I don't know his name. But yeah, so the first thing that we do is we stack up on somehow so we can just easily one shot through his Pokemon. Now after doing that, we just charge through his thing. We just charge through his team with actually strength and crunch. We two shot his Cello and we strength again, and we one shot his Kendrick, and that's just that. That's a wrap. And now that we got all of the different badges, we can finally go. We can finally go to Victory Road. Alright, so pretty much after surfing the great grand blue amazing sea on the back of like, I don't even know, on the back of Mount Azumarill, right? We finally, then we go up like a waterfall, you know, how we go up like a little sweet little waterfall. We finally end up at, I think it's called the Indigo Plateau here. Well, I don't think it's called, is it called? I don't think it's called the Indigo Plateau. I think it's just called Victory Road. But pretty much here we enter Victory Road. Now the first thing that I actually decided to do was put all of my other Pokemon inside the box, because I already know going through Victory Road, I wouldn't need them. I wouldn't need them at all whatsoever. So I put them in a box first, so we can just go through Victory Road only using Mightyana. So before we fight Wally, we get into a fight with Leron, and I activate some repels. But pretty much this is what happens. I first go for a couple of howls on his Altaria. I get one howl off and finish it off with strength. Then I crunch his Delcatty twice. Then I go for a second howl. Then I howl like a good bit during this fight. Then I crunch again. Then Coming up upon the Magneton, I crunched first and used strength. Then I crunched the Roselia. I almost died, but luckily Crunch is super effective against Gardevoir, and I hit it twice, and we beat Wally. Now, pretty much after like going through all the puzzles and different trainers here, we going through all the different puzzles and trainers and all of that, because like it was actually confusing. Like during the first half of this, I actually went inside the cave like just like blank. I didn't even have flash. But after going through all of that trial and area, we finally end up at the end of Victory Road, going straight into the Elite Four. So before we actually enter Elite Four, the first thing that I decided to do was stock up on like a couple of potions, all of that, etc., etc. So after each fight, I will pretty much be able to like, you know, heal up, because I already know like God is going to be taking heavy amounts of damage during this. But the first trainer that we go up against, I don't even know the dude name, Sydney. He throws out his level 46 Mightyana. I howl twice, go for a strength, then I howl again for a third time, then I go for a strength, finishing him off. I go for a strength on Shrifty, I one shot him. Then I go for another strength on the Cacturn, one shot him as well. Then I go for a strength on Cardinal, I hit him off twice. I hit it twice, but then I get wiped out by Leech Seed and his Absol. But it doesn't stop there. I go back in again, and pretty much it. So pretty much doing like all of this, like basically for me, it was pretty much just me going in constantly. Like I was just pretty much just like zooming in. Like after I die, I go back in, then I go back in again. Now pretty much my plan here was like I was just gonna keep going in, cause like I'm level 65 currently. My plan was to just like keep going in until I like, you know, get to a level where I'm alright, because I'm gonna constantly be getting XP from these from like the people that I'm fighting. So I'm just keep bashing in, you know, killing them, then getting XP from that, then killing them, then getting XP from that, and it'd be like a repeated cycle until I'm at a high enough level to like, you know, get where I need to be. And yeah, that was pretty much it. So as you can see, I've been going up against this dude for like quite a while. I've actually been able to get to different levels of I've been able to get to different Elite Fours during this time. But that's the fucking footage that I'm going out to edit. So pretty much what's going on is that like I'm pretty much just like sweeping his entire team. I get off a couple of howls. Well, I think I just get hit by like a swagger from the Swift Tree. And yeah, I'm able to just like wipe his entire team just directly out the way. You know, I die, then I go back in. And that's pretty much just a constant repeated process. And yeah, I'm just wiping the team. Now during this time I get hit with swagger, right? So now I'm just able to just like swipe past his entire team easy and efficiently. And that was pretty much my plan for like this, for like him. So like once he would send out the Swift Tree, I would hope that he would get a swagger, off him, right? Then I just wipe out his entire team with that. If I had stocked up a howl. Now pretty much with her, Lorelei, I think it's Lorelei. She's a dark type gym leader. So first I have dark ghost type I'm in, and I have a dark type move which is super effective against all of them. So I just like wipe her entire team easily. Now on to Glacia. The thing about Glacia is that she has tanky Pokemon, like tanks, for no reason. But as you can see, since I like literally outrange out level all of her Pokemon, I just dog her team with like a shred of health. Literally a shred of health. A shred. Now then, since I already know what you guys are here waiting for, I know what you're waiting for, guys, and I'm going to offer it to you. You guys want me to wipe through the entire Elite Four with Mightyana, and you are going to see that. And you are going to see it, and you're going to enjoy it. And here it comes. I hope you're ready.
I don't need nothing on the side. Said that I was done for good and don't want no more lies. But my phone be blowing up, temptations on my line. I stare at the screen a while before I press decline. But she plants a seed and it still lingers in my mind. Told myself I'm strong enough to shake it and I'm trying. But I'm only human, I know loving you's a crime. If I take this cookie now, one day I'll do the time. All a nigga know is how to fuck a good thing up. Run from the pain, sip lean, smoke tree up. When I'm in your town, press pound, hit me up. When I'm in your town, press pound, hit me up. Only if you down and you slurp good be up. If the work good, I'll be back for the re-up. Hate when I creep in the phone, wake me up. Make like I'm sleep, knowing damn well I be up. Put me on Zanny at once. I got the earth and the blunt. I get the skirt when I want. I get the skirt when I want. Due to the money aroma. My girl, she got a diploma. She got white written all over. She got white written all over. Be my number one, I don't need nothing on the side. Said that I was done for good and don't want no more lies. But my phone be blowing up, temptations on my line. I stare at the screen a while before I press decline. But she plants a seed and it still lingers in my mind. Told myself I'm strong enough to shake it and I'm trying. But I'm only human, I know loving you's a crime. If I take this cookie now, one day I'll do the time. All a nigga know is how to fuck a good thing up. Run from the pain, sip lean, smoke tree up. When I'm in your town, press pound, hit me up. When I'm in your town, press pound, hit me up. Only if you down and you slurp good be up. If the work good, I'll be back for the re-up. Hate when I creep in the phone, wake me up. Make like I'm sleep, knowing damn well I be up. Put me on Zanny at once. I got the earth and the blunt. I get the skirt when I want. I get the skirt when I want. Due to the money aroma. My girl, she got a diploma. She got white written all over. She got white written all over. Put me on Zanny at once. I got the earth and the blunt. I get the skirt when I want. I get the skirt when I want. Due to the money aroma. My girl, she got a diploma. She got white written all over. She got white written all over.
Here we go. I don't give a fuck. 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 I'm willing to die for this shit. I done cried for this shit. Might take a life for this shit. Put the Bible down and go out for a knife for this shit. DOT, my enemy, won't catch a vibe for this shit. Ayy, I've been stumped out in front of my mama. My daddy commissary made it to commas. Bitch, all my grandma's dead. So ain't nobody praying for me. I'm on your head. Ayy, 30 millions later, know the feds watching. Auntie on my telegram like be cautious. I be hanging out Thames, I be on Stockton. I don't do it for the gram, I do it for Compton. I'm willing to die for this shit, nigga. I take your fucking life for this shit, nigga. We ain't going back to broke, family selling dope. That's why you many ass rap niggas better know. If I gotta slap a pussy ass nigga, I'ma make it look sexy. If I gotta go hard on the bitch, I'ma make it look sexy. I pull up, hop out, air out, made it look sexy. They won't take me out my element, nah, take me. I'm allergic to a bitch nigga, ayy, an imaginary rich nigga, ayy. 7 figures, how that slimmer than my bitch figure, ayy. Throwing digital and physical on all y'all.
So I'm not gonna lie, y'all, I didn't even think that I'd be able to capable. I wouldn't be capable of doing that. But if y'all guys want to see more of this, you know what I mean, some more of me attempting these hard, difficult challenges for no reason, because I don't have a life. I'm living it right now. You know what I mean? But anyways, if y'all want to see more of this, me find some more Pokemon. Put a link, like put a Pokemon that y'all want to see me do this with. That y'all want to see me do this with. I'm gonna figure out a way to try to put this in and do what I got to do. But I hope y'all have an amazing and wonderful, beautiful, extravagant day. And without further ado, I'ma catch y'all in the next one. Trashy out.